Dragon Ball, a world full of gods, legends, angels, and a pair of cybernetically enhanced siblings who are just here for a good time. Hello everyone, my name is Gambit and welcome to Infamous Synergy. Now let me tell you about Dragon Ball's most brat-like duo, Androids 17 and 18.
When I go to the club, I wanna hear those club classics. Club classics.
When looking at a lineup of Dragon Ball villains, 17 and 18 stand out. They're both at first glance just young adults. They aren't space emperors or complete entities of evil like Majin Buu. They are just two normal looking people who happen to have extremely large foreheads. 17 and 18 first appear each wearing respectively different clothing. No gi or godly attire. Just regular street clothes. They're cocky, and for a while, they have the right to be. To pull up on the legendary Super Saiyan form in the jean jacket and rock his shit, I'd be cocky too. 18 wears her very familiar red ribbon jean jacket. She also later gets an outfit change. Did she shoplift it? Yeah, but an outfit change nonetheless. 17 of course has his iconic scarf and leg warmers. His fit really should not work, but for some reason it does. He also has a longer hairstyle not often seen being sported by male characters, especially around this time. This is all being compared to and sized up with the buff dudes with golden hair and green aliens running rampant, by the way, so there's definitely some strong contrast to their character designs, and I wouldn't have it any other way. When people think of their favorite Dragon Ball villains, they often think of Cell or Frieza, and that's understandable, they're classics. But 17 and 18 are too. They bring back an old enemy known as the Red Ribbon Army to the forefront again. In a way, they are almost an enemy from the past, just modernized a little bit. These two come at such a unique and weird time in the story. We just discovered Super Saiyan, and the story made it clear to us that this form was living up to its expectations. It made Goku the strongest in the universe, until 17 and 18 came along, that is. After Vegeta's defeat at the hands of 18, Super Saiyan now seemed like nothing, which puts 17 and 18 in an interesting spot. They were our first ever villains to overpower a Super Saiyan transformation, and this is a huge accomplishment. They also are our first human villains in Dragon Ball Z as a whole, so definitely plenty of firsts for these two. At the end of the day, the Z Fighters were put in the ground by a couple of sassy teenagers. Meanwhile, the both of them definitely had fun while doing it. 17 and 18 are some of our only Dragon Ball villains with a real backstory. Frieza doesn't have any trauma to kickstart his story, and Cell existed for like a week. But we do know bits and pieces about 17 and 18. They are a pair of siblings who were taken against their will by Dr. Gero to become his weapons. We don't know their parents or their previous goals in life. In fact, very little is known about them at all. What we do know though is their old names, Lapis and Lazuli. But they don't respond to these names anymore, only to 17 and 18, because their old selves no longer really exist. They didn't train to gain strength like our heroes, or search for planets to destroy for fun like other villains. They were forcefully made into weapons to help fuel an old man's hatred, and that part kind of sucks. But we have never seen either of them ask for sympathy. Although they really don't remember their past, they hate feeling pitied. We see it when 17 challenges Cell, and we also see it in 18 after Krillin makes his wish. They're pretty determined to take care of themselves, and can seemingly become self-conscious when others step in for them. But as they start to make friends with Goku and the others, we can kind of see a bit of a change. 17 and 18 were created by Dr. Gero to be used against Goku. That is the reason they were made the way they were, but they were too powerful to control, leading to Gero's demise. When we get introduced to them in the story, as much as they hated him, they are at the end of the day following Gero's orders. The order to take out Goku, that is. And that's because they don't know what else they should be doing. Although they do kind of follow their mission, they also make sure to have some fun along the way. 18's first goal is to go shopping. 17 wants to steal a car. Yes, they have an objective, but they'll get there when they get there. But they continue with their mission nonetheless. That is, until Cell comes along and absorbs them. But after Cell is defeated, they are free to do whatever they want. With no mission in mind, they start their own lives. The more and more we watch these two in both good times and bad, the more we learn about their personalities and what they may have been like in their previous lives. Although they still somewhat followed what they were made for, they were always going to do it their way, and keep whatever humanity they had left. Which brings me to now.
When I'm bumping that, no, I wanna hear my track. Are you bumping that? Till the windows crack, I'll be bumping that. No, I'll never go home, don't sleep.
17 and 18 started out as some pretty unique villains in the franchise, ones that were kind of dealt a rough hand in the grand scheme of things, but that didn't stop them from finding their callings. 18 of course marries Krillin and has a daughter of her own, and 17 works as a wildlife ranger along with taking care of his family. We even see them participate in the Tournament of Power to help save the universe. They weren't programmed to do so, they made their own decisions based on what was important to them. 17 and 18 went from confident battle machines to living peaceful family lives, with some helping save the planet from time to time. All of this adds up to a pretty big leap from where they once were. And that is all why androids 17 and 18 are my favorite Brat-like duo. Thank you so much everybody for watching, and as always, please do not forget to like and subscribe, and if you're interested enough, you can stick around and take a quick peek at our next video.